Okay guys, how's it going? The reason I'm wearing this big giant contraption on my head is because it's super windy today and I had to go to the high wind setup with the dead cat on an external microphone right next to my mouth, so hopefully we get usable audio. It wasn't really windy at the house, but it's super windy here for some reason. Anyway, the first new item I wanted to show you for drone flying that I got is the Hoodman launch pad. This is the 3-foot model, and it comes in a really nice bag, except on my particular one there was a seam that wasn't completely sewn up, so Joanna had to sew it up, but other than that it was fine. It was just like where they went to go stitch it together, it just pulled apart or something while it was being stitched and didn't work. I've already used this on a trip that me and my dad went on, and it worked real well. Now the landing pad itself is made out of really thick material. I thought these were like, you know, the material that like sunshades for your car are made out of. You know, that real thin like nylon material, like the material of a tent. And turns out they're not. They're really thick canvas material, like the material that you know, that my beds are made out of. The camo bunks are made out of. Very thick canvas material. The outside, when you pop it up, the outside of this is weighted so it doesn't fly away when you launch the drone. So it's really heavy. It's got places to attach stakes if you need to, but I have never even come close to needing it. And the last time I flew my drone, it was really windy like it is today. And this thing stays put. Even with when the drone's coming down to land, it still stays put. So I can't see ever needing the stakes unless you were in a hurricane, and then why would you be flying anyway? So we're gonna try it out today. All right guys, so let's get the drone out, and we'll go from there. Go ahead and get this bad boy set up, and the first thing I got to remember to do, that's always a struggle for me, it probably is for you, is to remove this camera cover, the gimbal guard. And the second item that I got that's new is my ND filters. I got an ND filter kit, and I've used that on a couple of times so far. And you just unscrew the lens, and I'm gonna pop on my ND16 because so far that's the only one I've needed, except that this isn't the ND16. This is the ND4, which was not be what I'm needing. It's a little cloudy today, so actually I should probably try the ND8 filter. And these are the Polar Pros, by the way. Polar Pros. Yeah, here's the ND8. Let's try the ND8 today. Haven't used the ND8 yet. I've used the ND16 and the ND4. Haven't used the ND8 yet. So I'm going to screw that on there, put the original one back in the bag, put it back. But now it's time to put the props on the copter. But here in Arizona, I got that launch pad because there's always desert usually where I'm flying, and I was worried about getting a rock or some other debris sucked up into the motor, or something getting on the lens. I took off one time, and then right out of the gate, right as soon as I took off, my lens was all goobered up. We'll set it down here. Come back over here. Now it's time to get the controller up and running, which is another, you know, set of events. This little cover right here for my new tablet. I got this recently. also in my Amazon store. Landing pad, everything you see today is in my Amazon store. So if you're interested in taking a look at it, click on the Amazon link down in the video description. But go ahead and pull the tablet out, which is the NVIDIA K1 tablet. And let's go ahead and get the controller ready to go here. But I also got these range extenders. All right, guys, we're having all kinds of technical difficulties today. Do not know what the deal is. I've never had this problem. But anyway, this is a hood for the DJI products, and what I did is I modified it to work with the Autel Robotics controller. All I did was line up these things like that and cut me a hole, so it kind of just fits in there like that. You know, definitely not ideal, but couldn't find a hood that would work, so I had to make one work. And just for reference purposes, this thing has got suction cups in there that are designed to kind of stick to the back of your tablet to hold it. And the NVIDIA K1 Shield has like a texture on the back of it, so it doesn't stick. So there's that. Everything else works. And then we just plug in the cable here. Okay, so we are ready to go. Now we put the antennas up, and we're going to go ahead and put on our range extenders. These are the Skyreet. Is that how you pronounce that? Skyreet? Skyreet. Anyway, these are for the Autel Robotics, and then you just kind of slide them on and kind of turn them, flip them back up. You just kind of put them on, turn them. So there's all there is to it. And then this thing weighs like 900 pounds now. It's like a big, hefty conglomeration of stuff. And I got to get this over the camera. Wow, that wasn't ideal. But anywho, and then you kind of hook up your controller so you don't drop it on the ground. Always a good safety mechanism. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the tablet. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and launch the drone. Fly around a little bit. Unable to start motors. Okay, now we're able to start the motors. Okay, firmware is up to date. Our compass is good. Okay, so we need to check the fly home altitude, which is down. No. Altitude limit is correct. Go home altitude is set at 200. We can change that today to 150 ought to work. Apply. Okay, now in the camera settings, let's make sure we've got this set. Actually, let's go here first. Go here, and we got to set it 4K 30. I'm going to change this to, that's not what I wanted. Change this to 2.7K, making the files a little bit easier to deal with. Set it at 60, 160. Let's see how that works. That looks pretty good. Okay, so let's fire up the motors. Okay, motors are fired up, and we're going to go ahead and hit the launch.
Taking off now. The home point has been reset.
Okay, there we go. Nice and hovering nice. I got a fly that's just messing with me bad. See it?
Yep.
All right, go up. Go up to about, let's see here, that's about, okay, we'll head out. Okay, now let's try some things. And oh no, I forgot to put the SD card back into the drone. There's no SD card in the drone. Cannot believe it. Do I have my SD cards in that bag right there? Can you check?
Let me see.
Wow, this whole trip has been fraught with peril. So let me go ahead and
Fraught with peril.
let me drop it back down and see if I can get a memory card in this thing. I'm gonna have to sacrifice one of the cameras to do it. But let's see how it lands. Let's see how this works. Okay, well that pad seemed to work pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty dang cool.
All right, guys, well, let's see if we can't get the situation fixed here.